and couples. Take the first step at fsnwpa.org. Family Services of NWPA is a proud sponsor of the Erie Otters.
You're listening to the Otters Hour on CBS Sports Radio, 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back here into Otters Hour. I'm your host, Aaron Cooney, and on the show today, I have with me Otters goaltender Dan Murphy and forward Peter Chaika. And guys, thanks again for joining us. We're live here at Molly Brannigan's from until 7 o'clock, so we're still here, and I know the trivia crowd is starting to make their way in for trivia that's right after this, but we still got a little bit to go on our show, and I know we were just talking about, kind of getting started in hockey and some of those things here, and now that you guys, Dan, you've been here for about a year now, Peter getting comfortable as well. What has been, since you live together, how's that made things easier for you to get adjusted? And I guess what's it like, for Dan, what's it like living with Peter? Peter, what's it like living with Dan?
So for me, living with Pete it's a pretty good time. Honestly, I think we clicked early on, and we're similar people, and it's nice. There's not a language barrier. I was wondering when I was told I was going to go living at the Bisbees with Peter Chaika. I wasn't too sure how I was going to go, and I was wondering how much English this kid knew, and I got there. I was pleasantly surprised, and like I said, we're very similar. I think our meme knowledge is pretty good too, and we can spit a lot of that out, and it's been the best time for me. So.
Pete, he's made it easy on you adjusting to when you got to adjust to a new country, trying to live away from home and everything, and also you mentioned before he's your driver, so it must be kind of nice to have Dan Murphy wheeling you around town.
Yeah, definitely. I hope nobody in Europe is listening, but Dan has been my best roommate I ever had. So I think I'm super glad for him. He just helped me so much. Taught me some new things, even some new words. So I'm really grateful for him, and I enjoy every second we live together.
And you guys with your billets, how do they treat you? Do you got a favorite meal from them that the Bisbees make for you? Or
yeah, they took us in. No, it's very nice of them to have us in their home, and they treat us pretty well, and I like the food there as well. I think my favorite meal sometimes is the tomato soup she makes. I can't even remember it. I don't even remember what it's called, but I like that because then there's always a lot of leftovers. We can eat that for lunch the next day, and we're close to the rink too, so we can go home for lunch, which saves a lot of money. But other than that, though, I'd say the tomato soup every now and again, and we have steaks every now and again as well, and those are always a fan favorite.
Peter, have you found a favorite restaurant in town here in Erie? What are they teaching you about where Canadians living in the United States like to go eat?
A lot of the guys like to go to Larry's for some breakfast, but since we're living on the east side, we're Murph and a couple other guys, Joe Mack and Noah Battaglia, we're just going to the what is it called?
The original breakfast place.
Okay, the original breakfast place. So we had a couple breakfasts there. I don't think I've really been to some restaurants. I just grab some fast food when I'm hungry, but yeah, that's about it.
That's about it. Well, if you so the breakfast place, and I know a lot of the guys that started a couple years ago was the Laurie's Wild Ridge, but opposite end of town, it's a bit of a trek then trying to come back. But
yeah, the East
breakfast
Side
place it's still a good spot to.
Yeah, the East Side guys, we got to make do. We have our own little kind of gang, I guess you could call it, the East Side boys. But we do our best with what we have, and kind of scrape by it. But
you got to make the initial Molly Brannigan's Erie Otters signature sandwich. What went into the creation of the Murph double pad stacked chicken tender sandwich?
Yeah, it was definitely a pretty nerve-wracking experience. I didn't really know what to expect.
You've been in a kitchen like that before?
I have. I used to work at an ice cream place, but we'd make burgers and chicken fingers and stuff. So my creations back there were pretty wild, but not something I want to be advertising for a restaurant. So, definitely, like I said, I didn't know what to expect, and then my coaches kind of pulled me aside, and our assistant coaches, and kind of asked me what my ideas were, and I was kind of stunned. They were pulling out some pretty crazy ideas, and I thought, wow, this is legit. So, I came up with my own, and we got here, and I took a lot of heat from the boys for my sandwich, but, to this day, I'd still eat it, 6 days to Sunday. So,
Peter, was it pretty good? I know the guys had to come in and try it. What were your thoughts, or any advice you give to Dan if he's making another one? Because you may be up here making a sandwich at some point, so better take some advice or learn from these guys as they start making more.
He did a pretty good job. I like the sandwich. I have to give him credit for that. One of the things he does pretty well.
Pretty good in the cook. Yeah. Pretty soon he's going to be cooking for you, right? Like, he's already driving you around. You may as well just be your personal chef too.
I have cooked for him before, actually. Yeah.
Life is good for Peter Chaika.
Yeah, of course.
Guys, you got a favorite NHL team or you got a favorite NHL player that did you growing up that this was the guy you wanted to be like?
Yeah, for me, my favorite NHL team is the Anaheim Ducks, and for me that came from the Mighty Duck movies growing up. I thought those were incredible, and even to this day, I think they're some of my favorite movies. And for players growing up, I always looked up to Marty Brodeur as a kid, and at the time I was also a New Jersey fan. But today, honestly, I look at a lot of goalies and think, wow, like they're so skilled in one aspect of the game, or many aspects of the game. I just try to emulate it a bit. So Vasilevsky in Tampa is probably my favorite to watch, just pure athleticism. He's also technically very sound, as many goalies are in the show.
What about you, Peter? Do you watch a lot of NHL, or did you watch a lot of NHL or any other pro leagues, guys that you like to watch or wanted to be like when you were growing up?
Yeah, for sure. When I was younger, my idol was Patrick Kane. I always liked his deeks, his shootout moves. So, it was definitely him. Growing up, getting a little bit older, it's just guys that are new in the league. Guys like David Pastrnak, especially him being from the same country as I am. I really like him. A couple other guys like Evgeny Kuznetsov, the Washington Capitals. And, that's about it.
Do you these are going to be a couple Czech guys from me growing up that I like to watch. Like, my favorite player when I was growing up was Marty Straka. And I know that's a Czech guy. Jaromir Jagr, too, because I'm from Pittsburgh, so those are the guys I watched. Is there still does Jagr still have a following? Is Czech Republic, is he still a pretty big, hero in the hockey circle back home?
Yeah, for sure. We call him the best player ever played the game. So he is pretty big in my country, and I like him, and I'm excited to see him when I get back home, because he's playing in Czech Republic right now.
Oh, that's real cool, dude. Will you get the chance to go home at all? I know you get the World Junior Tournament, and then you may just come right back to Erie, but do you have a chance to go home at all, or how are you going to spend the holidays? And is there a shout out you want to give your family, or how have you kind of planned here the next couple of weeks?
Yeah, if I don't find any time to go home, then my parents are definitely planning to visit me, and it's kind of tough to be away from my family, but this is the way I chose, and I gotta just gotta stick to it.
They're gonna try to come to Erie maybe make a trip this side and take in a couple games or anything.
Yeah, they're planning to visit me either at the beginning of January or later on.
Okay, that's awesome. Guys, these are kind of a few questions that I've always asked or the last couple of shows as well, because it's become interesting, and I think it's a chance. Everybody ends up chirping somebody back in the locker room. But if you're looking at if you're looking at the guys and who you have down in the room, who has the best style on the team? Because I know it's gotten better, and from what I've noticed over the last couple of years, and I think Wes has a lot to do with that. But is there somebody that's the best dressed on the team?
Yeah, as we just put the reference, Snipes, or as we call him, or Wes, he thinks he has pretty good style, and he definitely likes to take risks, which I like. I think it's good for the guys, but honestly, though, I think the best thing that happened to our team for style was my good friend Peter Chaika coming to the team with his, I say, Euro style. Just I like the way he dresses. Like, I think he does some things right, and I think it's carried off on some other guys, and aren't as afraid to wear the slimmer pants anymore, and I think it's the best thing for us. So Peter Chaika, in my opinion.
Thanks, Murph.
Anybody else, Peter, that you've noticed? If you're the style, according to Dan Murphy, you're the style guru here. You go in the room, is there somebody else that you see that has that does pretty well for themselves?
I don't want to sound cocky, but I agree with Dan. Yeah, I think I'm on the number one spot. But there are some pretty good styles. I think Hayden Fowler has the most similar style to me, and that's why I would give him the number two spot on our team.
How about the worst? Who has no fashion sense at all?
Oh boy, there's a lot of low hangers there. It depends though. It's honestly like some guys, the excuse is, I didn't bring many of my nice clothes from home. Honestly, I'd have to say Brendan Sellin is down there as a first-year guy. And from what I heard, he told Wes he was going to have the best style on the team when he told him he was going to make the team after his draft year. So I thought that was pretty cocky, and it hasn't panned out for him, obviously, in my opinion.
Oh. Is there anybody that you look at, Peter, down in the room, and you're like, what was this guy thinking?
I don't know. I mean, I don't really like how Wes dresses.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, I think it's kind of a battle between us. He always chirps me when he sees something unusual. So, I think it's Wes. Yeah.
That's right. How about social media wise? Who's the best Instagram follow or Snapchat follow? Is there somebody that's always on their phone?
Honestly, I see a lot of guys are always on their phone, but I see a ton of guys on Snapchat and stuff, and I don't think many of us put out too many stories. Best Instagram follow, hard to say. Once again, I think our team pretty much doesn't post a ton, usually the same hockey pics we all see. I don't know, I'll appreciate the vacation pic every now and again, but honestly, off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you who the best follow would be.
What about you, Peter? I'll tell you what, everybody's first glimpse of you whenever the Otters drafted you in the import draft, you were flipping monster truck tires. That was the last post you had on Instagram, and everybody's like, this is awesome. This is the guy we're bringing here. He's going to be flipping tires and showing our guys what to do. So that was kind of our first glimpse of you, at least back at the Otters office.
Yeah, I mean, who do I think has the most followers and stuff like that?
Who do you think? Who do you like? Who do you can't wear? You like seeing their posts, or who has usually something interesting?
I think it might be Kyle McSimovich, our captain. I don't know. He's been in the league for 5 years now. A lot of people know him. He knows a lot of people. So he doesn't post a lot, but when he posts something, it's usually pretty good.
Who's the best ping pong player?
Okay, great question.
I know this can become a pretty heated debate around the room and everything, especially with the standings that come out.
Yeah, honestly, in the last standings, I was ranked third behind BJ and Snipes. But honestly, usually I haven't lost to Snipes since I can remember, and BJ had a tough battle with, in the previous week or two. But other than that, though, I think when I'm on my game, and I don't think I can lose to anybody. I play a different style. I play the pen-hold style, and none of the guys like it. None of the guys have heard of it before. They think it's pretty foreign. But it's just the way my family and I were taught to play when we were young, the way my dad taught the four of us, my brothers and I. So I think at my best, I'm the best player in the room.
Peter, do you play a lot of ping pong, or picking up on it here, or I don't know?
I do play ping pong sometimes. I haven't played in a while. We have this other thing called German ball, which has kind of taken it over. But I have to agree with Dan. It's not because he gave me the credit for the best style, but he definitely is. He definitely is the best player in the room. Yeah, it's a pretty tough time for me when I play him and lose. So we usually don't talk on the ride back home, but definitely Dan Murphy. Yeah.
What about doubles? Do you guys pair up? You two, or do you have a preferred doubles partner?
For me,
play?
I consider myself I retired from doubles.
Oh, really?
I realized that I'm not a doubles player, and I can't stand it sometimes when my teammates are throwing pizzas to the other team and they're just smashing it down our throats. It really hurts me internally, and so I officially had retired, and to this day I haven't played a doubles game since. And I see someone calling for a doubles partner and I walk out of the room. So yeah.
Do you play it all? They got you roped into any doubles
I mean,
Peter?
I paired with a couple guys, and for me, I like to play with Erie Otters the most. We call it the European duo. So I think we play pretty good together. It's obviously a different game than when you play one-on-one. But if I could pick one player, it would be Erie Otters.
Guys, we could take ping. It always fascinates me, especially knowing how intense the ping pong game is down in the locker room. But we're going to take one more break here. We'll come back for the final segment right after this. It's Otters Hour. I'm Aaron Cooney. Along with me here, Dan Murphy, Otters goaltender, and Erie Otters forward Peter Chaika. We got more coming up here live from Molly Brannigan's right after this. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Northern Pennsylvania Regional College. Where are we? The answer is right here, in your hometown, in your neighborhood, in your community. We are here offering 2-year degrees in workforce development where is needed the most. With evening classes, our students can balance life and work without having to leave their community. Visit regionalcollegepa.org for our degree options and application process. Northern Pennsylvania Regional College. This could change everything.
Love where you live? Find yourself here with NPRC and enroll for spring 2019.
What sedan lets you hit the road and not the gas station? With an average of 37 miles per gallon highway, it's a 2018 Nissan Sentra. This compact sedan has a sporty profile thanks to its sleek aerodynamic design. It also has other great standard features like Bluetooth and remote keyless entry. The 2018 Nissan Sentra. 0 down for only $199 a month. Sign and drive. What's the best-selling SUV in America? It's the Nissan Rogue. 0 down for only $279 a month for 36 months. Sign and drive. The Rogue has standard features such as zero-gravity seats, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, and rear cross-traffic alert. 0 down for only $279 a month for 36 months. Sign and drive. Stop in and meet the Rogue family at Interstate Nissan, 1.5 miles south of I-90 on Peach Street.
18 Nissan Sentra, selling price $19,247, VIN JY320068. 18 Nissan Rogue, selling price $26,100, VIN JP503998. Both leases 12,000 miles per year for 36 with Tier 1 credit approval through NMAC. Lease payment is plus tax, title, license, stock fee, and $595 acquisition fee.
Whether you're a newborn or a new retiree, life can be unpredictable. That's why when it comes to protecting your health, you want a sure thing you can count on. And that's Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. For your everyday needs in those unexpected moments, for support in a crisis and motivation when you're running low, and to be there when you need us most. Whoever you are and wherever you're headed, count on Blue. Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield.
This holiday season, my good friend gave to me 7 Powerball tickets, 6 match 6 chances, 5 cash points, 4 cash for lives, 3 pick 3s, 2 Mega Millions.
Pennsylvania lottery tickets make great gifts, like the new Cash Kringle, with top prizes of $100,000. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
And best wishes from the lottery.
Every time you enter the doors at New Motors, you're guaranteed to find the most experienced team in town. They understand the value of teamwork, provide great customer service, fight to get you the best price. And at the end of the day,
outstanding customer service is our goal.
Only at New Motors.
When you visit, remember, tell them Larry sent you.
At ServPro of West Erie County, no job is too big and no question is too small. So when fire or water damage strikes your home or business, call on ServPro of West Erie County at 814-806-1987. That's where you'll find a team of specialists that's faster to any size disaster. So when the things that matter most are on the line, call ServPro of West Erie County, 814-806-1987 to help make fire and water damage like it never even happened. Franchises are independently owned and operated.
As a CEO, I want the best from our employees. In return, they want the best from their company, especially when it comes to their health benefits. That's why we choose UPMC Health Plan. It gives our employees in-network access to the best doctors and hospitals, including the world-class care of UPMC. And the best part? It's affordable for all of us.
For the quality, affordable coverage your company deserves, here's the plan, UPMC Health Plan.
Okay, we're going to keep this quick?
Because at Blaze Pizza,
artisanal quality at crazy fast speed is what we're all about.
Fresh dough made from scratch daily.
Walk the line and choose any toppings you'd like.
It's all one price.
Then it's just 180 seconds in our blazing hot oven
for fast fire perfection.
That's Blaze Pizza. Sound good?
Then come check us out and build your own pizza at Blaze Pizza.
Peachtree Square in Erie. The Sheraton and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels are proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. Join them for their pregame and postgame celebration at the award-winning Bayfront Grill or the brand-new Shoreline Grill, located just minutes away from all the action. Let them help you fuel up for the high-energy game with their extensive menus and craft brew selections. You ought to be dining with the best. The Sheraton Erie Bayfront Grill and Courtyard by Marriott.
You're listening to the Otters Hour on CBS Sports Radio, 96.3 and 1260.
And welcome back here into Otters Hour. I'm your host, Aaron Cooney, and along with me here, Dan Murphy and Peter Chaika. We're live at Molly Brannigan's, and just got a few more minutes here before we got to close out the show, hanging out with these guys here until 7 o'clock. And let's fire some quick ones at you guys. I know we got games coming up this weekend. You got the Flint Firebirds on Friday night at the Erie Insurance Arena at 7 o'clock, and then Saturday as well, take on the Saginaw Spirit. The last two times that you'll get to see the Erie Otters on home ice before Christmas. So then we got a road trip next week. You guys get to go home for Christmas. Peter's going to go up to British Columbia and get ready for the World Junior Championship with the Czech Republic. But this will be the last two times you catch the Otters, so you'll want to be there. Great tickets are still available for both Friday and Saturday. But you got another big road trip coming up in a couple weeks. Peter, you're going to be doing some traveling yourself, but what are you listening to? You got a favorite artist? I don't know if it's Spotify guys, or what are you listening to these days?
Yeah, I'm a big Spotify guy for sure. I'm on that Spotify Premium, and I just try to discover new stuff every day. But honestly, overall, I think my favorite artist right now is probably Juice WRLD, and favorite song I think fluctuates every now and again, and probably just pick one off Dummy Boy off Tekashi 6ix9ine's new album. I really like TikTok. That's probably my favorite song right now.
Well, you, Peter, you have similar music tastes. Who controls the radio when you guys are driving to the rink?
I'm glad we have a similar music taste. I'm usually the one who plays music since he has to concentrate for the road. So I don't really have a favorite artist, but I have to agree with Murph. Juice WRLD, really a really good artist. But I listen to everything, and I like all of the songs.
What about Netflix? You guys, have you seen any new movies recently? Has there been a team movie night here that you guys have head out to?
No team movie night, but on Netflix right now, I'm pretty slow with it. I used to be really good at binge watching shows, but I'm watching the new Narcos Mexico show, and I like the Narcos original and like the new Narcos Mexico too.
Maybe Peter, has he dragged you into his down the rabbit hole in some other TV shows?
No, not really. He lets me use his Netflix account, which I think is really nice of him. I like to watch Blue Mountain State, or I started watching Dexter earlier this month. So I like that, and it's just I watch it once every while.
Well, guys, thanks for stopping on the show. We got to get out here and send it back to the studio, but Dan Murphy and Peter Chaika, thanks again for coming by and for joining us on Otters Hour.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
I'm Aaron Cooney. We got to wrap it up. I want to thank Brian McKay back in studio. I know he was doing some running around to make sure we got going here, but wrapping things up. We were live at Molly Brannigan's. We won't be back till next year in 2019. We'll be at Molly Brannigan's here in early January. But until then, I'm Aaron Cooney saying good night. You've been listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
You've been listening to the Otters Hour, an inside look at your Erie Otters and the Ontario Hockey League. This is WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
To one of the best teams in the West, Nuggets, tonight. They welcome a contender in the East to Scotia.